Hey, I'm Julie.
I'm Torrey.
So when Vinnie and I first started talking, I knew that we eventually wanted to buy a house, and we were going to be looking in San Diego or Temecula. And the house that we were renting in South Park for 7 years went on the market. So we had to speed things up a bit. And I called Vinnie, and he was just on the ball immediately, helping us to start looking at properties up in Temecula. And so ultimately, our real estate goal, which was a 6 month to 1 year plan, became more of like a 3 month plan. So we were off and running.
I mean, we had so many trips up to Temecula and back, and looking in San Diego and looking in Temecula and trying to find the right fit. It was we were fairly picky and had a lot of criteria that we wanted to have met. And
Some criteria we didn't even know we wanted
That's
or
true.
needed until we started looking with Vinny, and then he was
Like,
pointing
oh.
things out and asking the right questions. We're like, oh, we didn't even think about total square footage of a property as opposed to square footage of the house plus backyard. So that was huge.
I think I was definitely kind of scared of finding something that we're just going to be, maybe, I don't say stuck with, that we weren't really happy with, that we're not really feeling homey, I guess you'd say, just kind of settling just because we had to rush. That was my fear.
Mm-hmm. I was afraid we were going to be homeless.
Yeah.
So we chose to work with you because number one, we had built a rapport. Like, obviously we had been in contact and I had been receiving some valuable information from you about the real estate market. But also I knew that you were knowledgeable in the San Diego market as well as Temecula. And honestly, you were one of the first people that just started sending us properties where it was like we had that first conversation, and you were the first one to immediately be on the ball, where we knew and we felt comfortable, like, you have our back, you are ready to move forward. You also have the knowledge and experience of both areas. And so it just seemed like the perfect fit.
It was pretty awesome, actually, because everybody on your team was super helpful, just asked all kinds of great questions, and questions that you would ask as well, and things that we didn't even think of to ask the homeowners or the realtors that were selling the homes that we were visiting, and just all kinds of great questions and great feedback and follow-ups and stuff like that.
Yeah. And as far as the process goes too, what I understand from other friends who have used other realtors and been through this process is that there were a lot of things that they didn't know, or they didn't know what was going to come next. And so they kind of felt like they were just up in the air. Whereas when working with you and with your team, your behind the scenes team as well, it was like we always knew what was coming next, right? And even in negotiations where we had quite a few offers that we had to put in, but you were always so knowledgeable about helping us to advising us about what we could respond with, or if we should even take an offer or counter an offer. Communicative, working with Terry, she was super communicative and on the ball. And we were both working, and of course packing and doing all of and we have a young child, right? So she was so good about the follow-up, where if we hadn't signed something right away, or we hadn't reviewed, or we hadn't scheduled an appointment that we're supposed to schedule, both you and Terry were so on top of everything, where it was like, oh gosh, okay, we got to do that, which was really helpful for a busy working family.
100%.
Already have.
Yeah. Done deal.
Versus us being able to start building our wealth. And that was, I guess, my biggest fear. And there's Dylan, our little one that we met, even we didn't really have a realtor. And it was, you and I had kept in contact. Oh my gosh.
Thank you very much. Can you please go sit and stay there for like 5 more minutes? Please.
Excuse me. Dylan, go sit down, please. We're doing a video. Watch your show, because we knew that
Hold on, let me just get
All right. Okay. What was your question?
Can you have a pose with that?
I need you to go sit down and watch your show. I'm not going to open it right now. I'm doing a video.
Just eat it. Just eat it.